Is anyone going to be engaging in Extra Life this weekend?
Yes. Yes.
It's like I'll be watching, but that's about it.
I will be
God.
one of the people streaming.
Well, God bless y'all for your devotion to helping the children and that other stuff.
25 hours. A long 25 hours.
Hey, if anyone can do it, you guys can. I believe in y'all. But before we quickly diverge into anything crazy, we gotta play some D&D tonight, guys. We gotta focus on doing something in this prison of Revel's End. So if you're interested in earning a DM inspiration point, why don't you give me a recap roll into chat, and maybe you'll earn yourself that inspo. Uh-oh.
I guess now it's my turn to roll a natural one for the recap.
All right, we will sell it to Lotus. Lotus, give us that recap, please.
All right. So we rolled up towards Revel's End in our mimic ship. This guy right here, the mighty PBR. And as we did, we saw smoke and fire. Things weren't looking so good. Eventually, we did have PBR roll up to the dock, and we hopped off and very cautiously approached as we saw a figure there. Not sure who it might have been. Thankfully, he was friendly. He was the stable master of Revel's End. And he was in pretty bad shape, though thankfully Alicia was able to give him some healing, and he explained to us what had happened. Apparently, as we kind of gathered from seeing her symbol emblazoned all over the place, the Church of Auril had basically come through, and he gave us the unfortunate, gruesome details as to what happened. It wasn't just Sybil and the other followers. Apparently, the Church of Auril's giant Auril Gundam smashed through the place, so that's something we're going to have to deal with at some point. But after Stable Master got healed up, we told him to take shelter on our ship. I tried to warn him that it was alive and kind of freaked out a little bit at first, but he seems to be doing all right and recovering. Then a combination of Alicia's Arcane Eye and Gaiman, using a potion of gaseous form, scouted out the place to get an idea as to how many of Auril's followers were still around. I believe he said it was about 20-ish, and there was about 5 of them in the nearby infirmary. We hatched a plan where I would disguise myself as one of Auril's loyal followers, and the others would basically do the SWAT team thing where they would climb up to the roof and then drop down on them. Did pretty well at first, thankfully avoiding using a spell slot and just taking off the Flavy mask and just using my scarred up body, along with a nice dress and some Rime Frost that Akia put on me to sell it, and it worked out. Managed to bum a smoke off the guy keeping watch, and talked to him and kept him distracted, and managed to fish for some info as to what the Church of Auril's plans are. And just as they did, they busted in through the roof. It was a little bit of a fight, but we took care of them pretty good. And just as we did, Gaiman noticed that I'd fallen off the metaphorical wagon, and he seemed less than enthused about it. And I believe that was where we left off.
Excelente. Please, award yourself a DM inspiration. And y'all, we have some time here. We can get into the nitty-gritty about our characters by finding out the Factspiration question for this week. What's your character's strangest habit? What is your character's strangest habit? Let us start with Akia. Akia, tell us, what's your strangest habit?
Can you come back to me?
Sure. We will re-roll, and we will go up to Game in the Glade. Game it.
Gaming strange habit. Again, this was before the circlet. Was him talking to his weapons. Can you hear me?
And the first part was
First part was garbled. Now
underwater.
it's cleared up. I think.
Okay. My internet may be on the fritz a little bit. If it happens again, let me know. But I didn't know if I was being heard earlier, so I logged out and logged back into the channel. But before the circlet, Gaiman's weirdest habit would have been him carrying on conversations with his weapons. But since then, I think he's kind of understood social interactions a little bit better. So I don't know. I feel like he's kind of evened out a little bit. There isn't anything outstandingly weird yet. Yeah.
excellent. Well, Gaiman, please award yourself a Faxpiration point. Sometimes, hey, inanimate objects can be a good source of thing to talk to bounce all that stuff off of. Well, let us continue. Let's bounce over to Alicia. Alicia, what is Alicia's strangest habit?
Strangest habit. Damn, I haven't exactly given it much thought on this one. I feel like you actually may have to come back to me on that. I can't really think of anything, honestly. If anyone else has noticed something over the course of the game, let me know, but I can't really think of it.
Okay, so then we will bounce over to Lotus. Lotus, tell us, what is your strangest habit?
Well, I wouldn't really say smoking because that's not really a strange habit, just kind of a bad habit. But I would say probably something that would probably be a bit of a strange habit is that something that she would do like before she would like interview somebody for her journalism job, or basically anytime she was nervous, she would just sort of just start, humming whatever song came to mind to herself, just always help calm her down and get her mind off of the nerves she was feeling.
I could see it. And hey, I think I've been there before where your boy has just started humming to try to maybe fill the void of noise in an awkward situation. Just a general example, like when a bunch of people start making MAGA references in the middle of a CrossFit class, and you're like, all right, guys, we're going to do some burpees. Let's shut up. Never would start humming in that situation.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's
It was oddly specific, and it did happen yesterday. Please give yourself a point of Faxpiration. Let us move forward then. Well, we had two people skip, so now we have to go
I think I'm ready.
back to Akia.
I think maybe Akia's strangest would. I think maybe they would watch people eat a little too closely until someone says something.
But someone said, "Hey, buddy, do you want a bite or something? What are you doing here?"
Yeah, something like that. And I mean, if that happened, you just go, "Oh, I don't eat," and then they would continue watching them because they didn't actually tell them to stop watching them, and they would not get the what they were trying to say,
Excellent.
and it'd be very awkward.
I can see it, and I can see Kia doing it. Kia, please take a DM inspiration point. Or not DM inspiration, Factspiration. Factspiration's not that valuable yet. Okay, now that we have charged 3 of our 4 members, we need to track back to Alicia. Alicia, what's a strange habit, or the strangest habit that Alicia believes she has?
One question I do have to ask. What direction does the sun travel across the sky normally in this world? Is it from east to west?
Oh man, I have never thought to look that up or have had that question asked of me. So we are going to make it canon that in the Forgotten Realms, at least in the version that we play, it travels from east to west. I'm sure that if I looked this up, it would tell me, but we're going to say it travels east to west.
Okay. So I imagine Alicia probably has never realized it, but they always sleep facing the east. So that the sun would be rising kind of towards them as they're eventually waking up.
I see. Okay. That actually, like, I feel like that plays out with Alicia's character. I like it. Please give yourself a Factspiration point. And all right, folks, so it sounds like we have all been powered. We're all charged up. Let me take us back to Rebels in Prison. That has been taken over by the forces of Auril's army, the Children of Auril. And you guys are currently stationed in the infirmary at the moment, having defeated these servants of Auril. So I will throw it to you all. What is your next line of action?
Oh.
Well, in chat, someone said something about dividing and conquering. I don't know if that's where we want to go, but
Oh, I remember now. We were on our way towards the office. Because
See if
Gaiman had noticed that there was a group there that was trying to gather information. We wanted to stop them.
see if we might be able to rescue the warden and the Absolution Council.
Okay, I'm just gonna put this gold in my pocket, I guess.
no.
Nobody wants some?
No.
Oh,
I
you-
want some.
Oh, okay.
How much was it each, you said?
75 gold.
I guess Lewis will start putting in the coin purse at her side and just being like, now I see why we developed paper currency.
Don't be a baby about it. There's something satisfying about having some gold in your hip pocket. So, if you want to have a peek outside, make sure there aren't any souls lying in wait to ambush us.
Oh yeah. I think I still had some time on my arcane eye.
Yeah, we pinned it 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Cool.
Yep.
Then yeah, I would use that to scout out the area that we're heading to, the office. See if those people are still there.
Absolutely. So what you would currently see in the office of the of the warden, you see that there are 5 individuals within it. You see that in the office itself, the warden and the Absolution Council are all tied up, beaten, and bruised, as if they have been beaten over and over again to reveal information to these servants of Auril.
Maybe we should try and split them up so we don't have to fight all of them at once. That would give us a tactical advantage.
Yeah, Lotus nods. It's like I do have a use of a major image. Maybe I could use something to get him away. Maybe an image of that would be too. No, not oral stuff like here. Maybe an image of.
Or we could have a Kia just walk up and say hello.
I'm not sure that would split them up, though.
I mean, they'd certainly come your way. I mean, some probably stick. The rest might come after you. I mean, you are, I don't want to say wanted, but I mean, it's certainly got a major hard-on for you.
Right. I'm afraid that all 5 of them would come if I did that. Maybe I just yell for help?
Well, we definitely want to get them away from the hostages.
Although if we yell for help, we might attract multiple groups at the same time, so that could backfire.
You know what? Hold on a second. And Gaiman's going to pick up the poor cult fanatic's body that's right next to him, and he is going to attempt to puppet them. And he's going to go, "It's me! I need some help!"
Weekend strategy.
I mean, does this come off as believable? I don't know. Like, I'll throw it out. I think are perfectly good ideas here.
I think you're going to have to roll a performance check to see how, maybe at disadvantage.
Yes, I would say
because that's terrible. That's weekend at
I
Bernie's.
think you have the beginnings of a good idea. We're brainstorming here. When we're brainstorming, there's no bad ideas. But maybe
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna roll Deep Inspiration. I don't know if this is advantage or straight roll, but fuck it. I'm burning a Deep Inspiration.
This is just a
21! Keep my whole ass!
So I would say that using a dead man's puppet like this to perform is a very hard skill check. I would say that's defined in the DMG as a 25 to make it believable. I would say that even with the great roll of a 21...
Are we a D8 or a D10? We're D8, right?
We're D10 is at level 10.
You're just trying to convince us that it's a good idea and you're going to burn all your resources on it.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Right? I mean, hey guys, you've seen weirder things happen. You guys fought a bunch of toads that seemed to have the same qualities of the gods of Asgard, so...
Well, I guess. I mean, if that was my ally, I would go try and help them.
It's settled. You lot lie in wait. I'll puppeteer this poor sod, and we'll draw him out.
All right. So I think we'll wait at the, because we didn't see a whole lot of the prison when we first came here. So I think we'll be we'll wait in the stables and be like, oh, you could tell them, oh, we need help in the stables or something, and then they would come to the stables maybe.
I don't think I can fake it all the way down to the stables. It's not like I'm cutting them open and wearing their bloody skin suit.
Well, I'm just.
I think what's reasonable is we try and ask for help. You guys lay in wait nearby. And then we could, grab them and knock them out or some shit.
Sure.
Alright, means I get to save my spell slots.
All right. Okay. If I recall correctly, which it was less than a month ago, so keen mind. Nope, we were blindfolded.
Yep.
I remember exactly how many steps it was to there, but I don't remember where I was going. All right, so you just want us to wait outside the office door?
Yeah, we just hang out nearby, and then we can bomb rush it.
Okay. Get them into the entryway, and then we can attack from both directions, maybe.
Exactly.
You guys are thinking you're going to be in the hallway, and then you're going to try to jump out at them.
I think Gavin's plan is to lure them into the hallway for the fight. I think we're going to try and get... if I'm understanding correctly, we're going to get in that hallway outside the warden's door. Maybe 2 to one side, 1 to the other, and Gavin's going to attempt to lure them at least into the doorway.
Out in the hallway, at least it'll take time for the others to react because they won't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So
and
that'll buy us time to deal with, knock them out, kill them, whatever, and then, deal with the rest.
Yeah, and if that works, they would be bottlenecked by the doorway. So that's a thing. All right, we'll make our way to the office, right? Everybody ready to make their way to the office?
Making our way to the office.
Gaiman will manipulate the dead body into giving everyone a thumbs up. A double thumbs up, in fact.
And it
shakes their head.
It's horribly good.
I would say, Alicia, it's like Lotus does the same thing, like in the at like exactly the same time. We're just shaking our head like at the same time, and she's just imagining like she didn't believe the Weekend at Bernie's strategy was going to work, but Gaiman is rather convincing.
Totally not why they're shaking their head.
All right, folks. Well, to find your way there, you have kind of looked through the castle. Gaiman was a cloud of vapor. Alicia used her arcane eye, so you'll have no issue getting your way up to the warden's kind of chambers. So it would only take you a few minutes of quick-paced walking, trying to avoid any notice to get there. So let's say to avoid notice from any potential baddies that might be between you and there, or to raise awareness that you're heading towards the warden's office. Why don't we do a group stealth check?
I'm going to burn my last demon spray. Okay. I didn't need to do that.
That's terrible.
All right, well, folks, something is telling you guys that as you're moving through, when you're just not doing the thing you want to do very well, like when you open up a children's tricycle and you start putting it together, and something's telling you, you didn't do this right. You didn't do this as well as you could have. That's what you're feeling right now as you look at the children's tricycle of your stealth attempt through this prison. As you're hitting every rock, every creek in the fortress possible is happening to you right now as you are approaching the warden's section of the prison, as you're coming up to the door that would lead you into the warden's room. You feel like, they probably know we're coming as you're getting up to that room.
Okay, so when we get closer...
I don't feel good about this, guys.
What are you talking about? We're doing fine.
I mean, we just want to go with Plan B. I kick in the fucking door. We just go to town.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll make a fog cloud on us so that they're not immediately wise to what's up.
All
right. We're all still on this map, right? Are we supposed to be on a different map?
Correct. So for me, you guys are just moving through the prison, and I can move you guys to where you should be representative there. So I'm going to move this guy out of the way. We'll put old Q. We'll put the arcane eye. I'm going to use the power of copy and paste. Yep. Copy. And I'm pasting you guys. All right, now you are all outside the warden's door.
Which one is that? The top one or middle one? Or bottom?
You guys just came out of this stairway.
All right.
And
They'll-
the game is
they'll-
paused, Orf. I'm sorry.
Yep, they'll hear me make the fog cloud, so you go at the same time I do. Or I'll go as soon as you do.
Well, if you say it quiet, like, I could like pound on the door, like they're, this one here is knocking, trying to get their attention for help.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. As soon as Gaiman's going to go knock on the door. As soon as Gaiman knocks on the door, I'm going to cast Fog Cloud.
So your hope is that his knocking will cover over the arcaneness of your verbal spellcasting.
I mean, I'm sure they'll probably still hear it, but they might just be confused. I don't know.
All right, I'm going to need a performance check from Gaiman on knocking on the door, and then I'm going to need a caster check from Akia to see if you guys can pull this plan off.
Could I do a performance strength since I'm trying to like bang really loud on the door?
I would accept that. Yeah, performance strength.
Okay.
And that's just intelligence roll?
That's correct. Caster check is just your casting stat.
Is there a gap in the door that's an inch wide?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to send the eye inside so I can actually see like the positions of what we're looking at.
All right, y'all. All right. So Akia is able to cast the fog cloud. Gaiman is able to knock the door. Give me one moment. I'm going to go to this scene real quick. Alicia, you should be able to see the scene. I've pulled you to it.
Okay.
And you can kind of see the warden's room has grown a little bit since the last time you guys were here. And you can see that there are several cultists in here. The warden and the Absolution Council are all tied up.
Okay, so it looks like there's another couple of those berserkers, fanatics, and two new people that we've not seen before.
Correct. You see with your arcane eye that they appear to be a little, you'd say broader, a little squatter. They appear to be dwarves. And they also seem to have names, which is never good when you see NPCs out in the wild.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I probably only would have had a couple of seconds before fog cloud and knocking happens. I'll just say there's two individuals in there that look different. Be careful. I think they may be strong. And that'll be it before everything kicks off.
All right, so there's a big old knocking at the door, and you hear a voice within say, go check that out. Someone's knocking at the door. I don't like it, especially after all the clanging and banging we are hearing from the other side of the door. Be at the ready. Could be a trap.
Okay, then since you're puppeting You could. You got the fog cloud just behind you. Your puppet could be sticking out of the fog cloud, like leaning out, going, "Hey, help me!"
Yeah, David will back into the cloud. And he'll stick the body out, and he'll did I grab a man or a woman? I can't. I just grabbed the closest body. All right. And Gaiman will put on a different voice. We're under attack. Those blasted friends of Akira 13 are here attacking us. I need help over here.
The person within says, "Oh, I'll come out and help. We have to secure the warden. Here I come." And then they're gonna open the door. And I'm going to pull you guys to the scene that Alicia's already on.
Damn,
so we
bigger on the inside.
Oh yeah, it's one of those Harry Potter tents.
Or TARDIS. But, Harry Potter tent, that works too.
So on this space, if you want to overlap the casting of your fog cloud in here, you could do so.
Okay.
All right, and then this guy opens the door, and there's a dead body hanging out from the other side.
I will throw the body at him as a distraction, and I will reach out to grab the berserker to drag them into the fog cloud.
All right, everybody, go ahead and roll initiative.
Your catch.
Yep.
Fun fact, I've never thrown, well, actually, that was about to be a lie. I have thrown bodies before. Human beings are incredibly heavy. We used to have a dummy that we would use at jiu-jitsu that weighed 120 pounds, and we would use it for practice. And one of your goals was try to flip that thing as hard and high as you can. And it makes you feel you're like, I'm significantly weaker than I thought I was.
I mean, there's a reason why it's called dead weight. That wasn't meant as a pun. I mean, I believe that is the literal explanation for it.
I would believe it. All right, here, I gotta grab the NPCs here.
That's perfect.
So, the first to act here in combat is Akia. Akia, you are hiding in the fog cloud. You can't see anything, but you hear a lot of things happening outside the fog cloud.
All right. Akia will charge forward. Now they're able to see. And I'm having fun having a higher strength than I've been weak the entire campaign so far. So I'm going to try and grab this person in a grapple.
You go to grab them and they throw your hands off of you. And they're saying, "Let go of me, you cur."
I'll do it again.
All right, they'll make another check. All right, you grapple them.
All right. and then I'm going to try and move them back.
All right, so moving them is difficult terrain. So
All right, so that was 15 feet. I've got 20 feet remaining, so I can move 2 spaces, and I will move them 2 spaces with me. And bonus action, I don't think anything. And then I'll put Kumakyu on the map and have them dodge, and I will pass to. Does anybody want it for like setting something up? I don't know.
I mean, if you've got them, and if you've got them grappled, I mean, I just go ham on them.
All right, I'll pass to Gaiman as I get Kumakyu out.
All right. Gaiman is going to rage. Now, if I were to attack recklessly, because I'm in the fog cloud, that would just be a straight roll. That would then become, would it become would I have that'd be advantage since we're both in the cloud, or would it just be a straight roll?
any sorts of advantage and disadvantage in 5e cancels out.
Okay, so just be straight roll.
You don't
Straight
even
roll.
you don't even have to use
Reckless.
you don't even have to use reckless because you're disadvantaged to hit them. But
Oh, right.
but-
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My brain just ain't working right today. Okay. Yeah. We'll rage and we will attack with Lucille. But this is not the full damage because. Oh, I mean, so Orpheus, I haven't deactivated Lucille from before. Would you say that's still going, or would you say that needs to be reactivated?
Let's check it out real quick because it's only been but a few minutes. You guys ran up here.
I mean, it's a free action, right?
No, bonus action. I have to whisper the command word.
Oh, bonus action. I did not.
Yarp. And I just used my bonus action to rage.
So, that being said, I think for right now, we can assume that you would need to reactivate it on your next turn.
Okay. So I'm still going to attack with Lucille. It's just the damage is not going to be what it rolls, because I think it rolls the same regardless. I just haven't activated it. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. 28 for someday.
For 16, just minus the fire damage, right? So
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
the Berserker goes, ouch! And they will use the reaction to try to reprise what they have just been hit with. And they're going to swing out at the force that they believe that it hit them, which would be Gaiman. So here comes their vicious reprisal. That is a natural 20 as they
Well, that hits.
basically swinging wildly out in the fog cloud as they manage to clip Gaiman with their axe.
And is this a regular weapon or a magical weapon?
This is a normal weapon. I don't think it matters for barbarian resistance, right?
Well, if maybe I'm
You're
okay. I get my
'cause-
characters confused. Never mind. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
It would just
You're
be any
saying,
type of physical damage.
No, I'm so used to playing an artificer in Odyssey,
Oh, Julian.
and I've
has
got
something different.
adamantine. I got adamantine armor, and that's where my brain was at. I'm sorry.
Ah.
You're good.
All right. I still have my extra attack.
All right, that hits.
15 damage this time.
That berserker is still standing, and they scream out, "It was a trick! It was a trick! They're trying to trick us! They're killing me!"
I will pass to Alicia, but I presume the berserker is going to want us to steal.
They will steal. All right, they're gonna first use their action to awake Auril's rage. So they enter Auril's rage. Oh. There is Auril's rage. There we go. So they gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws. When they make a melee attack, they gain a bonus, and they gain resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage. As they scream in contempt for y'all. They will target Akia, the creature that is grappling them, and they will make a athletics check to break out of your grapple. Wow, you have a +8 from Akia. Okay, so Akia is able to hold their grapple, and that is their action. As they're just trying to wrestle with Akia. They will pass to Jerry, the priest of death. And let's check the distance here from Jerry to y'all. You guys are about 150 feet away. Jerry will say, "You won't be saving any of these wardens or counselors from all the way out there, Akia. In fact, you won't be saving them at all. I think that you had best let our man go. Otherwise, these people are as good as dead." And you hear him start to power up a spell.
Oh. Guys,
As he-
should we surrender?
He points his hand at the people.
It turns out they have hostages.
Like I
You guys
didn't
saw
mention that earlier.
He yells out again, "I'll give you to the count of 10, and then I'll start killing them." And then he starts to slowly count to 10, as he is, of course, a fantasy bad guy. So that is his action, just to ready that spell. So let me give him a readied action. Not restrained. He will ready a spell to cast upon these jabronis if you guys do not acquiesce. You also hear him charge 1 paragon of power. He will pass to the jaundiced Sersha, Knight of Death. You guys can't see this because you're in the fog cloud, but you can hear her whipping what sounds like a flail back and forth. And she says, "Yeah! If you alls don't give up, this one here, the cute little halfling's gonna get it." As she whips the ground with the flail. And she will ready her action to whip one of these counselors. and they will pass to Lotus. Lotus, what do you do?
All right. Game and Akia got a hold on this guy, and it's like, so let's see here. All right. He's like, all right. I think it's like I should be able to at least distract them, keep them off the counselors. I'll go ahead and take some movement. She'll step out of the fog cloud. And she'll speak up and say, figures a cowardly cult would take hostages instead of fighting with honor.
The Priest of Death shoots the counselors. Because of his ability, he has the Reaper. He can target 2 creatures within 5 feet of each other with the same spell. So you see Counselor Voss Anderton and Marta, the Warden, both get hit with a chill touch. Voss immediately becomes desiccated and wooden as his body breaks apart, and he is killed. Marta, a little tougher from her background as an adventurer, is not immediately killed by the spell.
That's how you want to play. All right. She'll tap the side of the Flavia mask. Like, let's play. Let me make sure I'm in range here. Oh yeah, I've got 120 feet on my Eldritch Blast. So, yep. Eldritch Blast, I'm going to go ahead and target Maladjusted here and fire at him.
The other person whacks the halfling in the head with their flail. And you see Counselor Jill Torbo is now a headless torso. Into you, Jim.
Alright, 24 for 8 force damage.
Alright, you hit him for 8 force damage. It hits him in the chest. He is still standing.
Alright, and it pushes him back 10 feet.
He staggers back and says, "So cold-blooded. You didn't even think about the lives of these councilmen."
It's like, do not pertain to lecture me. And then I'll go ahead and target I'll go ahead and target Jaundiced, and I'll go ahead and fire off my other one. Alright, 26 for 11.
Alright, that is a hit.
And pushes them back 10 feet as well.
They get pushed back, and they're now sitting, kind of like splayed out onto this desk. All the papers go all over the place.
If you want a real challenge, and she'll hold out her hands and make the bring it gesture. You got one right here. And then, Alicia, want me to pass to you, or want me to pass to one of the remaining ones?
I would say pass to the remaining.
Alright, I'll go ahead and pass to, Fantastic Cult Fanatic.
The fantastic cult fanatic looks to his boss, and Jerry, Priest of Death, will say, "Hold the front line. Make sure they don't come back through easy. I still have some information to get out of Marta." The cult fanatic says, "You've got it, boss," as he moves to here. The cult fanatic will move to this position, trying to hold the line. They will use a bonus action on themselves to cast Shield of Faith. Then they will hold their bow aloft, ready to shoot it at anyone that moves close. From there, they will pass it to the hideous veteran. Who kind of runs and steps over the body, or steps on the body of Voss Anderson. You hear a sickening crunch as he kind of crunches down on him. The veteran will be aggressive. Move 30 feet to here. And then we'll use their action as they start to make kind of a blocking wall to get to, well, the prisoners. Those are those who are still alive. Alicia, you're up.
Oh, boy. Alright. I do have a question. Is Marta or any of the other counselors in the initiative tracker?
No, they're tied up at the moment, like hands and arms bound, and they have ball gags in their mouth.
Well, I guess the first thing I'm gonna do is get to here. Moving through gaming space. Ally. And then from what I'm able to see, actually, how far is this? Okay. Does it look like they are able to move in any way?
That might be able to like wiggle and crawl on the ground, like snake style, if they were able to get knocked over.
So, like, are they chain gang together? Essentially, is what I'm asking.
It doesn't appear that they're chained together, but it does look like that, as if their hands are bound and their legs are bound, ball gag and mouth.
I am Alicia's going to kind of walking out of the fog, see that two of them have been killed, raises their hands in the air and says no more, and I'm going to drop concentration on the arcane eye and cast, using my last 4th level, casting a wall of fire. And I'm essentially going to essentially trying to make a wall all around the counselors. Whoops. It's not. I hate this drawing tool. Do it this way. You create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. It's 120 feet. So going to Marta, that's exactly 120 feet. You make the wall up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick, or a ringed wall within 20 feet with a 20 feet in diameter. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that they would be able to bunch up so I can do the ring, but I guess this works as well. I am pointing the heat of the wall outward, so it goes for, let's see, if you're within 10 feet on the side of the wall, then they have to make a dexterity save, DC 16.
Sure, so both these jabronis need to make dex saves. That's a failure and a failure.
Alright. Both of them start getting blasted with heat. Intense heat.
They start to scream in pain as the heat starts to dig at their flesh here inside of the prison.
And then the last thing. Actually, no, that's gonna be it. That's all for
Okay,
they
we
took
will-
damage. I probably think they're gonna steal into the next round, but
Absolutely.
you want more of a fight? How about you step over this way?
So Jerry will take it. Such a Jerry.
Is he beekeeping age, though?
Jerry will walk down 25 feet. And he looks at your wall of fire and he says, pretty impressive. Some might even say very impressive. But you're not the only servant of a deity here. I am the servant of Auril, and she has given me powers some might consider unnatural. If it's a fight you wish, then it's a fight you will get. The servant of Auril, the priest of death, will use his Flicker of Shadows ability to teleport a little bit closer. And let's see, how close are Alicia and our friend Lotus to Jerry? Looks like 80 feet. Let's see, can he do this from 80 feet away? He can, so he will use his Reaper ability. Oh, but he can't hit you both because you're not within 5 feet of each other. So he's going to start by casting it at Lotus. So he targets Lotus. He says, "Shajara," and he throws the Chill Touch at Lotus.
Alright. He said, if that does hit, but if that is cold damage, that means I am resistant.
This is a one of those spells where it's kind of poorly named because it's not actually chilling and it's not actually touching you. It's necrotic
fair.
damage, and it's a hand that shoots out of his hand.
Fair enough. Alright, yep, so I take full damage.
Okay, so he as he blasts Lotus for necrotic damage, and Lotus, until then until the start of your next turn, that being Jerry's next turn, you cannot regain hit points. And he will pass the Lotus, remembering that he has Paragon actions and he should probably use them, as does his teammate.
Alright. I'll go ahead and take some movement here. Get a little bit closer. Alright. Then I'll go ahead and don't want to pull out anything too big right now, but still got plenty of third level spell slots, so I'm going to go ahead and spend third level spell slot for Fireball. Should be able to get all three of these dudes. So it's like, yeah, it's like Lotus, like the ethereal grenade puts in her pants. Like, well, if we're gonna have a party, let's have some fireworks.
Yes, and unfortunately not for Jerry. He fails the saving throw, as does the veteran.
Alright. So it's movement here. I want to save bonus action. Yeah, so here, I'll save that. And, yep, any of those damage will have the opportunity to steal.
All right, we will have fantastic Colt veteran. He's going to need to make a save because he took damage. See if he maintains Constitution saving throw. He does on maintaining his Shield of Faith. Okay. The Cult Fanatic will then run towards Lotus. All right. The Fanatic actually runs at you, Lotus, with their teeth bared. You see that there is a purple poison dripping off of their teeth as they jump towards you, trying to bite at your throat. But they miss.
Yep, that'll miss just barely.
With their bonus action, they will use a second level spell slot. And with their second level spell slot, they are going to summon. Oh my gosh. A spiritual weapon. There's a lot of effects there. Some of them were better than the others. And that is a miss on Lotus as their spiritual weapon whiffs. All right, I'm going to pass it to Discouraging. So Discouraging is still doing battle with Akia. They are once again going to use their action to try to escape. Ooh, that's only a 15 to try to escape the grapple from Akia. Akia, you keep them underfoot as this berserker's trying to wrestle out. We'll pass to the veteran. The veteran's going to keep a kind of a wide berth, trying not to get bunched up again for another fireball. They are going to be aggressive as they move toward Alicia. Can't see anyone currently inside of the fog cloud. The veteran will raise their bow as they make 2 attacks with their bow. Here's their first attack at you, Alicia. As they shoot an arrow your way.
That hits. Concentration is kept.
All right, and here's their second bow shot at you, which is a miss. Wait, what just happened? Oh, that was their... Oh, yeah, the first one was the longsword. Anyways, they shoot their bow, they hit one time, miss the second time. Because Alicia was hit, Alicia concealed.
Okay. I'll use my reaction for a on that first attack. For this. Ugh. Oh, double ones. What the fuck?
They fail.
He fails. He takes 2 damage. All right.
Hey, all damage is good damage.
Yeah, could have been better. Just sad. All right. I'm gonna target the veteran. And I'm gonna return fire by casting a scorching ray at the second level.
821 hits them.
21 for 5. Oof, and that one. A 19 for 8.
19 hits.
Alright. They're going to... They're going to continue moving forward. As I get to here. And that's going to be it for now. I will pass it to Akia.
All right, Akia, the priest of death, Jerry, is going to go ahead and spend their Paragon power, and with their Paragon power, they are going to take the dodge action as they begin to swirl and dance like the snowflakes that fall on a winter's eve.
All right. Akia is going to want to see what's going on, so they're going to use 10 feet of movement to. Would they leave them in the? Yeah, they'd take them with us. I'm going to move difficult terrain, move them up. There's 2 enemies, so it's probably a waste, but I'm gonna go ahead and move the berserker into this spot if I can.
Yep, it would just cost you movement to do so.
Okay. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet of movement? So
That's
far?
about right. Yep.
Okay. Then Akia will say, I've also been blessed by Auril and given many strange abilities. And they will cast Cone of Cold. Oh, dang. That's a lot of damage.
The veteran fails and the berserker succeeds. So the veteran fails. They take all that damage and they are dead. The berserker only takes half damage. And their reaction goes off.
And I've probably had to let go grapple to do that. So they're no longer grappled.
But they miss you with their reaction attack.
All right. I've got 15 feet of movement left. I will. Diagonals are weird. I'm going to start flying diagonally this way, so I probably get like 10 feet up and 5 feet forward, I guess.
So you're going to fly 10 feet up and 5 foot forward?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm there now. Bonus action. Kumakyu's going to start flying out. You know what? No, I'm not going to drop that. Kumakyu's going to start flying up, and I'm going to use bonus action to make a shot against the berserker. Net 1. And then I will pass to Gaiman, do you want it? Or should you want to control initiative? Or you might not really control initiative. They'll just pass to Gaiman.
I was going to say 6 1/2 dozen the other at this point.
All right, so you're going to pass the Gaiman. Jaundiced Knight of Death is going to use her Paragon power, and she is going to dash, going kind of around so she doesn't run into the wall of flame.
That would be smart.
As she moves down, and then it's Gaiman's turn.
All right. Okay. We're gonna rush forward. We're gonna try and rush forward. All right. I don't know why that wasn't working before. Okay. How high is the ceiling in here?
How high is the ceiling? We will say that the ceiling extends up. We will say 30 feet.
Hmm. And there's no way to like do anything about the floating weapon thing. That'll be like the spell magic type deal, right?
For a spiritual weapon? That's
For a
correct.
spiritual weapon, yeah. Okay.
You'd have to dispel it because it is not concentration.
And that is not in my wheelhouse, nor can I cast spells because I'm raging.
We're not using the 2024 rules because they didn't make it concentration. Big sad.
All right. We're gonna action dash. We're gonna bonus action breathe and giant to it. And we're gonna run forward to try and antagonize the enemy. I swear to God, I'm selecting it and trying to move it, and it won't move my token.
That's weird. You might have to
like the arrows work, but like dragging and dropping doesn't seem to cooperate right now.
Are you on the correct little button on the left?
Yeah, that's the first thing I started futzing with. Oh well.
Maybe refresh.
Yeah, I'm gonna move and then I'll refresh and I'll pass to the last packet. All right, that's another 40 feet. And then we'll pass to Jaundiced.
All right.
And I gotta refresh.
Circe, Knight of Death. Okay, the Knight of Death will step forward. All right, they are going to step forward towards Gaiman. As they do so, they will use a bonus action from Mark of the Conquered. So they will use this on Gaiman. Target is marked until the start of the Night Conqueror's next turn. While the target is marked, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than the Night Conqueror. So she's saying, 1v1 me, bro. As she begins to swing her flail above her head, she will target Gaiman. And here is her 2 attacks with her Conqueror's Flail against Gaiman. Hold on, something seems wrong here. She's doing a lot of damage. Or actually,
4d6 plus 3?
it is actually correct. Excuse
Oh,
me.
64 plus 3, excuse me. Plus the necrotic. And that was all... Shit, the necrotic was all odds! Fuck me.
Oh, that it's written that way, so it just does a flat, basically, damage. Okay, so she will make her second attack against Gaiman as she goes to whip Gaiman across his other thigh with her flail. But that one is a miss.
Yeah, I'm going to reaction. I will Stone's Endurance that first attack.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we reduced it by 14.
Oh, don't worry about that.
So I take a total of 12 damage. So 6 necrotic, and then
Well, the bludgeoning's halved.
right. Okay. So yeah. So that would
So
be
that's 2
16. That's not 2 damage. Excuse me.
Alrighty. Using your Stone's Endurance, you're able to reduce that damage quite a bit.
I still take damage though. Maintain my rage, and I will steal going into the next.
Alright, Gaiman, King, and Steel going into the next round.
And they want a 1v1. So yeah, let's do this. Reckless. Fuck it. All in.
Alrighty, let's see here. A 15 will hit the Knight of Death for 21 damage, and then a 20 will hit for 20 damage. The Knight basically shifts back in pain slightly, but then licks at the blood pooling at her lips as she is ready to continue the fight.
Yeah. I'm assuming they're going to steal back.
Absolutely. They will steal back Saoirse, excuse me, Knight of Death. They are going to use their action here. Or actually, before they do their conquering presence, so they can get the maximum amount of people in this. Staying within Gaiman's threatened square. They will come to here, and then they will drop their little AoE fear here. That way they can get Gaiman, Lotus, and Alicia all in this fear effect. So this is a wisdom saving throw.
Not my best, so I'm going to go ahead and spend a DM inspiration on this.
Do we have any Fanspiration left?
Yeah, we have 8.
11. And then I'm going to go ahead and burn my Factspiration.
May I use? Oh, we've got 9. Okay, I would like to use one if that's okay. To roll with advantage.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, somehow you're rolling as the bot, but you did get a natural 20 as the bot.
I didn't mean to do that. My bad.
All good.
I'm not sure why that happened, but okay. So,
I will. That's actually a +1 as well. 21.
There we go. So Gaiman succeeded, and Lotus, it looks like you're at an 11, and you rolled a 9 as the bot, so you got a 20 total, so you passed the wisdom saving throw. All right, once again, the Night Conqueror will target Gaiman and use their not their conquering presence, excuse me, Mark of the Conquered, to make sure that you have to attack them, otherwise your attacks will be at disadvantage. And they've done no damage to anyone.
Also, I should be 5 feet lower. I think I was thinking in my head I had 40 feet when I have 35. So I'll just...
Okay. They will pass it along here. They're going to pass to Jerry. So Jerry, he's going to stop dodging. Jerry is going to go ahead and cast a spell.
Counterspell.
Let's see here. Are you within 60 feet? You're within 50 feet. Okay. He is going to cast a 5th level spell, so I need a caster check.
All right. I got 1 DM inspiration left, so I'm going to burn it.
All right, this is a charisma check. All right, the spell fizzles out. He's going to use his bonus action to cast a spell.
I guess it's like here, as he sniffs counted, I just sort of glare at him and just sort of go, no.
Okay. The creature will then go ahead and he's going to target Gaiman's back here, and he will shoot a chill touch at Gaiman. Oh my gosh, as he crits Gaiman for 23 points of necrotic damage.
Gaiman will yell out in pain and kind of look back and say, "You're fucking next, you bloody fucker!"
And you see this dwarf kind of bounding, action hero style, as he runs over the steps, regaining his Paragon action. All right, and he will go ahead and pass to the fantastic Cult Fanatic. The fantastic Cult Fanatic is going to move his spiritual weapon to be right behind Alicia. And he's going to use it to attack Alicia and roll a natural 1 and miss Alicia. And he will once again target Lotus and try to chomp down 17 to hit Lotus.
Alright, well, I gotta take it. I already used my reaction.
And Lotus, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw, otherwise you will become poisoned by his venomous bite. Alright, you are not poisoned. And Lotus, you can take it.
Okay, I will. Oh, it's here.
Alright, so my turn, so I get my reaction back. Doop. Alright. Tell you what, I still got a fair bit of HP, so I think for now, I'm just going to go ahead and attempt to run away. Provoking attack of opportunity. Alright, 21. In that case, since I have my reaction back, I'm going to go ahead and burn it for shield. Which puts me... Oh. You know what? Scratch that. Because, yeah, that would put me at 21. He still would have hit me. So, yeah, I'll take the hit.
Reaction. Or...
Oh, thank you.
So you would have
Alright,
gotten
go
10 temp HP, and that cuts you down to.
So I rolled a new dice, so it would have been between a 14 or a 17 on the dice, which would have been either a 21 or a 24 to hit bonus.
Yeah, those both still would hit. So let's see here. 10. All right, so
So they would have gotten
myself-
10 temp HP, and then you take the damage. That cuts it down to 2 temp HP left over.
Ooh, thank you.
All right, let me check something real quick. Is it really? All right. So 2 of them are in range, and I've got like here. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna upcast the 4th level. So I'm gonna do another fireball. I think I can get both of them if I position it just right. Yep. I think. Trying to do it in such a way that I'm not gonna get game and. Alright, I think this should do it. I think Gaiman should be just outside.
Yet it appears that Gaiman is not included in the squares of the template, so here we go. Oh,
Yes!
that's a fail from both competitors here.
I don't want to burn another spell slot just yet, so I'll hold here and I guess either of them. I guess Akia, do you want it?
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, I'll pass to Akia.
All right, Akia, as you are activated, Saoirse is going to go ahead and use their Paragon power here. And Saoirse will go ahead and take the dodge action. And you can activate your turn, Akia.
All right. I will. Move, provoking an opportunity attack.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
No dice.
20 feet. And I'm going to attack because they're near death, so it seems like a good person to attack. Nat 1. I'll attack
You
again.
missed.
And a nat 1.
Her dodging is really doing her a lot of favors here.
Alright, and then bonus action, command Kumakyu to also attack. With a 4. So 2 nat 1s and a 4. And then Kumakyu is going to stop dodging and fly up some more. And then since I missed everything, you know what? I'll go ahead and no, I'll pass to Alicia.
All right. Jerry, Priest of Death, has not used his Paragon power this round, so he's going to go ahead and use it. And looking around, he sees that there is a person floating up in the air. So he will target Akia. He will chill touch Akia. 22 to hit for 12 damage, Akia.
22 hits.
Akia and Gaiman are under the effects of the power of Chill Touch. All right, Alicia, the battle is getting kind of stretched out here. You see multiple of your allies have the necrotic hand of death clutching at their throats.
All right, Alicia's going to move over here. This priest guy. That would make sense. Actually, 5, 5. Sorry. Ah, okay. Sure my choice. Alright, I'm gonna actually go back to where I was. We're going to move here. And for action, I'm gonna spend the channel divinity, and I'm gonna do Radiance of the Dawn. So all three of the bad guys need to make Constitution saving throws.
All right, Saoirse, Knight of Death, made the save, taking half. Fantastic Cult Fanatic made the save, taking half damage, but unfortunately enough, our friend Jerry did not make the save, taking full damage.
All right. So they took that, and then bonus action, Alicia is going to second level spell slot, targeting Jerry, and it's going to cast spiritual weapon on them. 23 to hit for 9 damage.
That hits.
All right, and that's it for me. I assume any one of them could steal going into the next round.
I don't believe the Discouraging Berserker has gone yet this round, so Discouraging
Yeah,
has to go. All right, Discouraging is going to move towards our friend Akia. Discouraging is going to be Devil May Care this round, as they are going to go Reckless. They're going to target our friend Akia with their Great Axe. And miss on the first strike, and then on the backswing, also miss.
Kick.
So yes, you're able to avoid the swings of the axe as it's aimed at the soles of your boot. They missed their 2 strikes, so they're going to go ahead and pass to Jerry.
Like a toddler that doesn't want their pants put on, kick away from them.
All right, so Jerry is up. He is going to move to here, and with his bonus action, he's going to go ahead and cast a Mass Healing Word. Yep, unfortunately enough, Lotus out of the line.
Yeah.
And he will heal some hit points for his friends here, as he calls upon Auril's magic to restore them. He will then action using the power of Baldur's Gate casting, who casts his spiritual guardians upon himself. And he will call this as necrotic damage. And I don't think he can catch both Alicia and Gaiman in this with his remaining movement. As he says, "Come, Auril's embrace waits for you all." He will designate his allies as being protected from its effect. All right, and I think, Alicia, you have to make a wisdom saving throw because you entered this area for the first time on a turn.
Well, he came towards me with it, so it's when I start my turn in it, then I'll have to proc. I don't think it procs when he runs up on me. Otherwise, I'd be busted as hell.
Oh, so there's a part of the sentence that says, when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn.
Let's see, Okay.
Yeah, that's... So I think you can run and bug zap people, which is a use case that I learned about yesterday.
Oh, all right. Well, as long as it's fair play, I will hold it.
Mhm.
I'll hold it when I do that. All right, here comes wisdom save.
This is the first
Bad.
failed wisdom save of Alicia's career.
No, I've failed some other ones before, weirdly enough. I'm gonna spend a DM inspiration to re-roll that. It's better than a 1. And then I'll spend Factspiration to bump it to a 20.
All right, that is a save. So Alicia would only take half damage there on the effects of Spirit Guardians.
Which then I have to make another con save for spell. That I fail. Wall of Fire goes down, but it's served the purpose. That's fine.
Alrighty. Well, Alicia, you can steal because you've been damaged by the effects of Spirit Guardians.
I will definitely
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be taking the damage anyway.
Not if he dies first.
It's fine for right now. I'll take it. And then that's gonna be another wisdom save. 21.
You succeed.
Use the same damage as before.
I will, let's go ahead and use it for now because it's still one scroll away. When it starts to get more than a scroll away, then it starts to get kind of tough keeping track of that thing.
Okay. Alright. Take half that damage, half movement. I'm going to back out of the Spirit Guardians. Bonus action, we're going to move the mace towards him. 21 to hit for 6.
21 hits this creature. Jerry will use an ability he hasn't used all fight yet because he hasn't been able to use it. He will use his spectral deflection. Give me one moment. Macros changed from one version to the other. Spectral deflection. To half the damage. So he'll half it to 3.
Okay, that's
and
a concentration check.
he
Just
makes it.
misses. Lucky bastard. All right. And then Don't think so. Boo. Alright. We're just gonna use another channel divinity for Radiance of Dawn. So all of them need to make Constitution saving throws.
Y'all, it's becoming the divine magic showdown here inside of Revel's Inn. There is light. It's a light show. All right, the fantastic cult fanatic fails, taking 29 points of damage. Okay, Sasori. Also failed, Saoirse failed. And upon failing, unfortunately enough for her, she dies.
But she succeeded with 24. It was half damage enough to take her out?
Yep.
Oh.
Yep, the shield. Unfortunately enough for her, she did not have a lot of hit points left, even after being healed. And then our friend Jerry's got to make another Constitution saving throw. And he failed, so this needs to be a 14 or higher. Nope. So he loses Spirit Guardians. Not looking good for the Auril squad here.
Alright, that's it. I guess Jerry can steal, because... Or the Cult Fanatic, it looks like he's also up too.
Yeah, so we'll have the Cult Fanatic steal. The Cult Fanatic is going to move this way towards Lotus. As they move towards you, Lotus, they're going to attempt to cast a spell at you.
Can I tell what he's trying to cast?
Yeah, you would have to use your reaction to do it. That's why this thing is. You use your reaction to try to identify it. You can still counterspell it, but if you fail your reaction, you don't know what spell is coming at you. So go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
All right.
The rules for this are in Xanathar's. So you don't know what spell is coming at you. But you could still counterspell it if you wish.
Yeah.
I think like here, Lois might not know what he's saying, but she's thinking maybe he's trying to, that he's trying to go out in a blaze of glory, but she's not going to let that happen. So I'll just burn my last 3rd level spell slot for counterspell.
All right, he was going to inflict wound you. So you do counterspell his inflict wounds. He will move his spiritual weapon to get closer to Alicia to do a blitzkrieg bump, and it misses Alicia. So ineffective turn from the cult fanatic. He will pass it to the berserker. The berserker will once again go devil may care, and he is going to make 2 attacks against Akia at advantage.
I will use my reaction to attempt to blind when that first attack hits, because the first attack hits.
Okay, and here is the saving throw attempt.
Yep.
Alright, so they succeed, so they hit you with their first attack, and then they can attack one more time against you, Akia. And they land 2 solid kerchunks with their axe against you. And Akia, that would give you the opportunity to steal after getting 2 good kerchunks by this creature.
Might as well. Alright. I'm taking a lot of damage. I'm going to fly up 10 feet, which will give them opportunity attack.
All right, and because of the wording of Devil May Care, this will also be at advantage.
All right.
But it don't matter. You were able to dodge out of the way.
All right. I'm going to... Let's see, that was 10 feet. And... that'll be... Oh, why are there 2 of me all of a sudden? That's weird. Weird. Is acting up. I think I'm gonna have to reload real quick.
Oh, your system is acting up?
Yeah, I gotta reload. It logged me out.
No problem.
While I'm loading, Kumakyu could bonus action fire at the guy behind me.
Yeah, unfortunately enough, misses.
Alright, I'm back in. Alright, I'm gonna fire this at Jerry.
A 17 misses Jerry. He rolls out of the way as it explodes a chair behind him.
Alright, fire again.
A 23 will get him. And I believe he should have his reaction back. So he'll spectral deflection and take half damage on that one.
Okay. And then Kumakyu will move up 30 feet in that way. And I will pass to Gaiman.
Alright. My previous dance partner was dead, so I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna recklessly try and polish off Jerry.
All right, that is a hit on Jerry. A 13 will miss the Priest of Death.
I don't have anything to augment it, so yeah.
All right, well, our friend Lotus is still left in the initiative order this round.
Alright. I'll go ahead and target the dude in front of me here. I want to burn through too many spell slots. I've burned through quite a few already. So I will go ahead and attempt to shocking grasp him. Alright.
A 21 to hit, 21 for 10 damage. As this creature takes 10 points of damage, he falls to the ground, dead.
Yeah, it's like you just see it like here, her fingers become electrified, she just says, like, I'll send you to Auril a bit quicker than you expected, then just slaps him, like, here on his chest, and as he falls over, twitching, let's see here, I'll go ahead and I'll go and take some movement, just sort of bop over this way, and I guess you could just imagine Louis just sort of, like, hops up and then just sort of slides along the table. Here. All right, and that'll do for me. Let's see here. I guess going to the new round. I guess here I'll go ahead and pass the game so we can help finish off the dude in front of him.
Right. Jerry will go ahead and spend his Paragon power here. He might be able to use it to save himself here against Gaiman. He will target Gaiman. Oh, and real quick, guys, I will be right back.
So how's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Thanks for patience, gentlemen. My wife just got home from her job, and I wanted to say hello.
Hey, it's all good.
Y'all, I watched the Joker sequel today. I think I said that in the chat.
You were not impressed. You just said.
Yeah. It was just a really weird movie. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Saw the first one.
At one point during the movie, is this gonna be spoilers if I say this? I probably shouldn't say it. If you guys are like, I should go watch it at some point.
I'm on the fence because you're not the only person I know of that has watched it and was like, I didn't like it.
Well, it's just they like totally like 180 him to right back to a different, not a different place, but like the same place, but even more like pathetic and more sad and lonely than he was in the first movie. And like kind of like completely erase his character arc. So it just felt a little like, this is bad.
Anyway, Jerry was going to use a Paragon action.
Yes, he was going to use a Paragon action. Let's see here. He's only got one thing he can possibly do, one hope. He's going to use his scythe. He has been carrying this thing around the whole fight. He hasn't used it one time, so he's going to use his scythe against Gaiman.
Vorpal Scythe.
Okay, so he hits. Now, when the Dread Cleric hits with a melee attack, he can use his his Channel Divinity, which he will use. He only can use it once to deal an extra 21 points of necrotic damage.
I would like to use my reaction to Warring Flare that.
All right, here we go.
This is my
Let's
last
roll a
one.
d20. So that takes his roll from a 24 to hit to a 14 to hit, which I don't believe will hit Gaiman.
Aiming to get 10 temp HP.
Cool.
And I am out of flares.
He looks to you, and he has been foiled again.
Your cold
And,
will not permeate here.
And Gaiman, it's your turn. That was his only chance.
You shouldn't have killed hostages.
And with that attack, Jerry falls dead.
Is that it?
Discouraging Berserker's like, I'm over here, guys. Don't forget about me.
Oh, we didn't
Gosh.
forget about you, unnamed NPC.
Like, does this help you remember what I look like? And they do the pose.
Yes.
Praying in the middle of combat. That's pretty ballsy. Even Alicia wouldn't do that. I said that a lie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bet.
I mean, you've done that a lot.
I've done that a lot.
Okay, I'm Where are they hiding? I don't see them.
Down here. They're with the fire on them because they're berserking.
They're like 40 feet to the south of you.
Oh, Jesus.
Right here. Right here.
Alright. Sorry. $30 for 16.
All right, let's see here. 30 will hit and 16 damage. They're still standing.
I'll pass to Akia.
All right, Discouraging Berserker will activate. All right, they will throw themselves into a fury using their Devil May Care to attack Gaiman. Maybe they will be the one to take Gaiman out. So they deal an 18 for 18 damage. And then their
18
second damage. Their second attack, at advantage, 23 for 18 as well. They look in triumph as they do not put Gaiman down nor a major dent in Gaiman. And then I believe Akia is up.
Yeah, Akia flies down, and I'm going to make a persuasion check at disadvantage. Basically, trying to convince them that the reason why Sybil wants Akia is because they'll spread the true message of Auril, and this is gonna be at disadvantage, and that trying to convince them to stand down. 7.
They look at you and they say, "No, I will not stand down."
Bonus action, Kimikyu shoots them in the back.
They are still up after a shot to the back by Kumikyu.
All right, they'll pass to Lotus.
Yep, he's in range here. I'll just go ahead and target him and fire off a couple of Eldritch Optic Blasts.
And that looks like a max damage Eldritch Blast, and with that shot, the Discouraging Berserker is destroyed. We will remove them from the initiative order. And we will end combat as no one is in danger of dying that isn't already dead.
Alright. Yeah, as soon as it goes down, like, Lotus will quickly rush forward. Say, like, "Warden, I saw what's going on, and the adrenaline's starting to wear off, and she sees, like, the dead bodies. She's like, I'm sorry, I couldn't save them."
The warden will look to you and go, because they're buggered.
Right. And then she'll quickly start to unbind and ungag them.
Akio will go up and close the door. We'll try and find something to bar it with, maybe like some chairs or something, since there's still people outside.
Or
Absolutely. So Kia runs up, puts a chair into the door handle to not allow it to spin. The warden looks up to Alicia. Alicia, you were asking me a question?
in Alicia's medical proficiency, is there anything that could be done for the two counselors
Well,
within this short window?
if you had a some type of magic spell that would allow you to bring them back to life, that's probably what it would take. Counselor Voss took a shot of necrotic energy that basically killed him, because NPCs don't get the death saves. And then Counselor Jill Torbo, she took a shot of almost 3 times her total hit points to the head with that flail.
Oh shit. Okay, so Jill's there's probably nothing I can do for that. If it's 3 times her health, probably not. But Voss, that was what, 10 damage, and it killed him, but not like massively.
That's correct.
Okay. At least it's gonna move over to the body of Voss. Is going to get down on their knees, take out their holy symbol, and I was kidding earlier, but yeah, they're gonna start praying. And they're going to use intervention. And they're going to cast Revivify on Voss.
Oh, that is amazing.
So his chest begins to heave. His body begins to wiggle as he...
Don't move. He took a horrible necrotic blast. And yeah, I'm gonna just go into medical mode at this point. So that's what Alicia's gonna be doing for like the next couple of minutes.
The warden will stand up after being removed of her restraints and her ball gag, and she says, "You couldn't have come at a more opportune time, Thanes of Tin Town." Fear that we were about to be interrogated or worse by those creatures.
Yes, though. I'm sorry that I may have acted rashly in the moment. It was a rather tense situation.
She looks over to Jill. Yes. We do have a policy here at Revel's Inn where we will not negotiate with terrorist or criminal organizations of any kind. But seeing it in actuality is of a different experience than just hearing it as rhetoric. I don't fault you for your actions. You were just trying to do what was best in the moment.
While this conversation is being had, Gaiman is going to use what's left of his rage to grab one of the big tables and use it to bar the door for the time being.
Excellent. Absolutely. Large table has been shoved against the door. The cult came through and began attacking, picking off the small militia that we had garrisoned here, and began to free prisoners to add to their total.
Certainly sounds like as much as I hate to admit it, a sound plan on their part. I mean, sure the ultimatum was something along the lines of can join with us or continue to rot, and, well, I'm sure many of them were more than happy to jump at the chance.
Yes. Now that those dangerous criminals and spies and political agents of the North that were brought here have been released into the army of Auril.
Well,
At least some good news we have for you is, I don't think we have the time to go into the details with you, but we do have the means of stopping them.
Good. Good. She looks around her office. Since we were captured, I didn't get the ability to look and kind of glimpse over how the grounds and how the building is looking. You've come from the outside. Tell me, how bad is it?
Yeah, Lotus will shake her head and say, "Not good. Though, we did manage to find the stable master. He made his way to the docks, and he is thankfully resting on our ship."
The warden will look to you and say, "Now, my memory feels hazy. Maybe it was this attack, but were we sheltering anything for you all here at the prison?"
Well, you had entrusted into our care one Valish Gant.
I believe she's talking about the sled dogs.
Oh, right, the dogs, yes.
Oh no. I don't know if they're okay. She looks to you as she says this.
If they did anything to those dogs, they'll have more than the wrath of their goddess Auril to worry about. As the John Wick theme music starts playing in the background.
We did not see any other survivors, correct?
You mean, have you guys found any other
We didn't.
survivors of the attack?
Right. We didn't see any guards or anything. So I'm sure you would have told us. But yeah, I think we'll have to tell her that like we didn't see any guards at all. Didn't see any prisoners either. It looks like most of the force moved back in the direction of Brinshander.
The only person you've seen so far have been the Children of Auril, the Warden and the Absolution Council, and Talbot.
They did leave a small contingent behind. We won't be safe until the rest of them are dealt with. We won't really be able to search for any other survivors safely until they're dealt with.
The Warden will look to you and say, "Well, you have my full support as Warden of Revel's End to do what you need to do. And I ask you, as Warden, and as someone who is already in your debt, please help rid this place of the influence of this evil cult."
That's the idea.
All right, I think we're all very hurt. Unless we're no longer hurt
All right. So
No, we're still hurt.
Boss gets 9, Marta 5, Alicia 15, Lotus 11, Game 28, Kia 9.
A short rest to bandage our wounds would surely help, but I don't think much more damage can be done if they've already moved in, decided that they were finished here and moved out.
We know that there's a couple more that are still patrolling around the rest of the ruins of the prison. Probably should at least clear them out first.
The warden will nod. Yes, please. And I can help you as much as I can from here. As she goes to stand up, her legs kind of bow out from underneath her as she collapses down to her butt.
Lotus will quickly come over and try to catch her, but I appreciate your enthusiasm, Warden, but I think for now it's best if you and the other counselors just shelter in place here. Just keep up the barricades as best as you can.
He punches the ground and says, Fine, you're right. I don't want it to be a limiter for you all. A liability. Alicia, your patient Voss, his body is very weak. His breathing shallow, but you know he is in no danger of dying as he is fluttering in and out of consciousness.
Okay. Do these look like benches to the side here?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'd probably ask Gaiman and Akia if they can help move them to lie on one of the benches. Just stay still.
Do healing kits heal?
With a feat? Yes. If you have the healer feat. But otherwise, they just stabilize.
Ah.
When you're unconscious.
Ironic. Healer kit does not heal.
Yeah.
Alright. Yes.
Gaiman will help with the arranging of benches and such. And he will point out that he feels he's barricaded the door pretty well, so if we needed to take some more time before clearing out the rest of the prison, we could
All right.
probably do so.
Quick vote. Do we try and short rest?
I say we short rest.
We, like you said, we barricaded it, and I think we should be safe enough for it, I feel.
I feel like they've basically already gotten everything they want and moved on since the army came in and already left. So I don't think rushing will help us much. So I vote short rest.
All right.
Well, devil's advocate.
I have a feeling
we short rest-
I had a feeling these guys may reconvene once they're done with all their business, and if they realize two of their strong people are like, "Hey, boss, come in. What's wrong, boss? Let's go check what the boss is doing."
There's that, or they start making a run for it, and then they alert the main force. So
That's it.
I say we press on. I'm changing my vote. I'm voting that we go hunting and finish off the bad guys.
Well, maybe one of these windows has a vantage point of the trail south, and we could watch for a runner. Do we have a southward facing window? Either in this room or the next?
I can't give me a survival check to see if you can find a window that will help you out in this.
All right. Do I have advantage for always knowing the direction north from keen mind?
Well, I'm trained in survival. I can assist.
And
Okay.
we'll say yes. Absolutely, you can find a window that kind of points out that south direction, so you can watch from that vantage point out onto the plain of Icewind Dale.
Okay. We can take a rest. I can watch to probably not me because I can't really see in the dark that well, but someone could watch out the window for any runners.
I mean, I can't really see in the dark either, so honestly, I think we should just go and punish the rest of these fuckers off.
All right. What was Lotus's and Alicia's votes?
My vote was to stay, at least so we can get a little bit of recovery.
Mine was to go. So we're split 50-50.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
There's only one way to settle this.
Roll
Yes.
off.
Absolutely. So let's have Akia and let's have Lotus roll off. Wait, you guys are on the same side. Let's have Akia and Alicia roll off.
All right. Looks like we're going after him.
All right.
Not much conviction
No rest.
between either.
All right. Do a little bit more healing real quick. In that case.
I guess while doing that, I'll crib and say, like, I was hoping we would reunite under more pleasant circumstances, but don't worry. Once things have calmed down, I'll gladly answer any questions you have about where I'm from.
This
Thank
is
you for your help, for rescuing us. I don't believe we could have saved ourselves after that we were captured.
All right, so some auxiliary healing is happening here. It looks like as Kriv is giving his thanks to Lotus.
Gaiman, get a syringe injection for 12 healing.
Cool.
And I'll do one more for myself. All right. Is everybody ready?
Let's do this. Gaiman will put away his battle axe. He'll put away a Lucille, and he's going to pull out his big ass longbow and knock an arrow.
The warden will I'll ask you all. Do you know where you're heading? Where these other cultists are located?
Well, we took out the lot at the infirmary, this lot here. The others kind of roaming about.
If I recall, I think there may have been some in the courtyard. They were building some sort of pile of bodies. That's at least the last location that I remember seeing. We can try that. Otherwise, I guess we're just gonna have to see if we can run into them.
Yes, they would probably be in the main thoroughfare of the Pentagon, the center of the prison.
I have a plan, everyone.
What you got?
I'll go surrender to them.
Wait, what?
And then, when they all surround me, I will fly up and you blast them with explosives.
Huh.
That-
You know, I think
I mean-
I think that might actually work.
We could do that, but we got to find them first.
I will go out to the courtyard and surrender there, and maybe they will come to me.
All right.
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna do that plan. Marta, is there a good place for my friends to wait where they can oversee the courtyard?
You could take a view from those windows over there, and she points over to the side of the room, down to the courtyard. But if you can look down to the yard, those down the yard can look up to you if you are not careful about your body positioning.
Lotus, Alicia, how close do you need to be?
I can be some distance away. Quite some distance away, at least, for throwing an explosion.
Like, I've still got enough spell juice left in me. I can do one upcasted fireball.
Very well. Yeah, I will head down to the courtyard. The three of you find a place to ambush from.
I mean, I've got a range of 150 feet with this bow. You know, with a good solid shot, so I could hang out up here. It might make things a bit difficult if things require a bit more hands-on approach, though.
Okay, let's make our way to the exit of the exit towards the courtyard.
Okay, so you guys are heading towards the courtyard, and we get a very reminiscent walking scene of you four walking together heroically, as so far has been seen several times in this adventure. And starting to fade a little bit here, guys, and I'm having a little trouble. So I'm going to say, to make sure that we have the best run of this possible, we are going to stop right there as you guys are making your way down towards the courtyard to face the trouble and to conclude the prison break-in that you guys have been concluding so far. And we will finish that up next week.
Good game.
Good
Yeah.
game, guys.
Thanks to you.
My pleasure. You guys are rocking and rolling through this as we are making our way towards this final conclusion with the Church of Auril in Bryn Shander. As you will also figure out the fate of what happened to your sled dogs.
Like I said, if they did anything to those sled dogs, I'm going John Wick on them.
I don't think we even had to do anything to the dogs. You were already going John Wick on them. Alrighty.
Also
Well,
true.
gentlemen, I hope that you all have a good weekend, and I enjoyed playing with you guys this evening. And next time we will plan for the final assaults on the group in the courtyard. I hope that you guys have a good weekend. And if you guys need me for anything, please at me in the chat. Otherwise, hope you guys have a good night.
Night.
All right,
Good night,
thanks
guys.
for running. And thanks everyone for tuning in. Catch you next time.